There is one manager everyone hates playing in Football Manager. That's Marco Rose, the final boss of Football Manager. Today, I have taken his system, improved it, and give you a tactic who will take on anyone. So be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and let me know how this goes for you, because genuinely, this can go against anyone and have a great time. Let's get into it. So it's only fitting, although Marco Rose is not there, by the way, this is not a Marco Rose tactic, it is purely inspired by his system. We are going to test with Leipzig because that is originally where you usually play him. Of course, now he is sacked. What happens with him, I'm not too sure, but let me just say this right off the bat. We enjoy a great season. We win the Pokal, we are going to win that 4-1 over Schalke, we win the Champions League 3-2, and the Bundesliga, we don't only win, we go invincible. 31 wins, 3 draws, 3 Leipzig players in the goal scorers, we've got 4 in the assists, 4 in the average rating, and even Galashi just about scrapes inside of 4th place. Now, this tactic genuinely had a bit of everything. Possession was quite good, 57%. Defensively, not the best, but quite good. Joint second there on clean sheets, and it is going to be second place when it comes to conceding. But where we excelled is going to be the goals. 146. So many more than FC Bayern, a load more shots, and hardly any shots faced against us. And we did not mess about, guys. We literally win the treble. Everything we could have won, we go out and win with a very strong goal difference. And don't get me wrong, Leipzig are a fantastic team. But to win the Champions League is a mega overachievement. To win the Bundesliga is an overachievement. The Pokal I won't say is, because they've done it before, but with the data hub we can also go and see 4.29 goals a game, 0.79 conceded, so although that might be on the higher end of some of my tactics, it's still way under a goal conceded, and we're scoring above 4, so there's not really too much to hate. A good amount of shots per game as well, and as you can see, nice and simply put, scores a high number of goals per 90 compared to the average. That's a way to say it. And we are going to show you a 5-0 away win here against a team in Frankfurt who are a decent side, but I just thought, do you know what, a load of goals, who doesn't like to see goals? And that is an incredibly cheeky chip from Benjamin Sesko to make it 1-0 before the 7th minute. And we go again. Sesko a bit down the left-hand side here, actually wins it back once again, drives inside, carries on going, and I tell you what, nearly takes on the whole team. Threads it through to Openda, and that is going to be a 2-0 lead. And the goals, to put it bluntly, they simply kept on coming. Down the right-hand side now with Klosterman, plenty of space, a great ball in, and this is what you're going to get. With this tactic, you've got 2 AMs, you've got 2 strikers, you've got 4 people in the box practically, attacking wing-backs and goals from all over the pitch. From wide areas, to link-up play through the middle, to set pieces, from everywhere you're going to score your goals. And the wing-backs are vital, so make sure you have got good wing-backs because, again, you're going to need them. And then over to what I'm going to say is the most impressive test, because it's the biggest overachievement, with Fulham. We are going to win the Premier League, and it was not done that prettily, I will be honest. 28 wins, 7 draws, and 3 losses. So we didn't get lucky, but put it this way, Man City don't have the best season, neither do Liverpool, Chelsea, or Tottenham. We do our bit, you know, we beat the teams around us, we do deserve it. Actually, the losses and draws that we got this season were against smaller teams. So if we sort of iron that out, we probably would have run this league, to be honest. We win the Carabao Cup 3-0 over Derby, which again is a very, very strange final, but we get the job done. Tottenham a little bit too strong in the semis of the FA Cup, but the Premier League, we were flying. Goal scoring wise, remarkable. Clean sheets, we're not going to be as strong. We will just go and show you that right now. You can see we are going to be dropping down a place to 3rd, which is still quite good, to be honest, but United and City are very, very far ahead in terms of the actual conceded. And the clean sheets, we are going to be in joint 5th, so I'm not going to hide it. Defensively, with a team like Fulham, you are going to concede goals, but you also are going to go and outscore some of Europeans' finest teams, and also have more shots than them, and even translating over an entire season, we just kept it under a goal conceded a game. We scored more than 3 goals, over 19 shots, so the best way to put this tactic for a team like Fulham, who probably aren't even designed to play this way, you will concede goals, but you go and score more. So that is something you've got to bear in mind. Now, obviously, if you're using the defensive version, the attacking version, you can manipulate the results a lot better and get them in your favour. But if you are to load this in, sim the whole season, you will concede, but you'll go and score more. And for me, that's completely fine. And lastly, the one powerhouse of the video is going to be RB Salzburg, where we are going to win the FA Cup. We win that 7-0 over LASK, runners up in the Champions League against ourselves. Sometimes it annoys me when we match ourselves in the Champions League, because we could have won the Champions League with Salzburg. That actually took me 6 seasons done on live stream earlier this year, I believe. The Austrian Premier Division is flawless, but we are a very, very strong team. It is to be expected. It is so dominant. I mean, a very, very good return. Stat-wise, the most goals, the most possession, the most shots. You know, we're not going to waste too much time here because this is what you expect, but I do like to showcase what can happen when you are playing as a clear powerhouse, because I know a lot of you guys play as your favourite teams, a lot of Liverpool, Cities, you know, them sort of teams, and a lot of you guys build Wonder Kid teams. So if your team is really, really good, this is what you can expect. Over 4 goals a game, 4.5, a good pass completion, a good amount of shots per game, and this is like the pinnacle, the best of the best. But even with Fulham, good stat lines and titles. Leipzig, very good stat lines, good titles. This tactic can go anywhere. But that 7-0 win over LASK, and I tell you what, it was some final. Now, don't get me wrong, I was incredibly confident going into this final because we've got the players, and I know this tactic does suit this team really well. You can get Kiergaard, you can get Oscar Glau in the same team, you can get Canate, we've got a really good right-back in Capaldo, you've got some really, really, really strong performers, and I'll tell you one thing right now, the goals were never, ever, ever lacking. Time in, time out, the goals going in, coming from the right side, the left side, centrally, and honestly, when you break down the stats from this entire team, it was pretty much mainly the goals coming from the front 4, but even the right back and the left back were getting goals, as we are going to see there Vesterson stepping up and getting a bit of a lucky one, but he's in the right area, he deserves the goal. A little bit of a funny one here from a set piece, as Oscar Glau is going to play in Bidstrup. Again, we've got incredible DMs. Bidstrup, Gorna Dalfar are going to be 2 of the best ones you can have. And time in, time again, we link up the play. A good example here from the right-hand side. Capaldo goes alone, and that is beautiful. But now, over to your favourite part of the video. That is going to be the tactic breakdown. If you are enjoying, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And once, as always, if you do enjoy rebuilds, make sure you come on over to the second channel. We are going to use this tactic to try and win Porto a Champions League again. So make sure you come and get involved, because trust me, it is absolutely beautiful. Now, to make this tactic back home, you want to click a Gegenpress. A Gegenpress is going to be the selection. For me, breaking it down on a video, I have to create your own style. But again, for you back at home, make sure you are selecting the Gegenpress, just to make it very, very clear. The next thing, go down to the bottom left and go from balanced all the way up to attacking. And now we can really learn and talk about this tactic. So the first thing is going to be a sweeper keeper, simply on support. Once again, I rarely get loads of instructions involved when it comes to the goalkeepers, especially in a tactic like this where, to be honest, he isn't playing like a crucial role other than saving shots, obviously. But it's not as if like we're relying on him to ping long passes over the top. Just do your job, shot stop, and that'll be good enough for me. Now, the big role, and this is probably, I would say, if not the most crucial, definitely up there, the most crucial role in the team is the wing-backs. We are going to play 2 wing-backs, both on attack, so really please make sure you have got good attacking wing-backs, because the results are going to be a lot different if you don't have that. So the wing-back on the right is going to be set to attack, and he is going to be told to take more risks alongside of cross more, dribble more, run wide, and also stay wider. So we are really going to maximize. We're going to do this on the left as well. So we'll go over it again. Take more risks, cross more, dribble more, run wide, and also stay wider. We are really pushing the limits for these wing-backs. They will act like wingers. They will get tons of assists, but you need to have decent quality wing-backs. If you don't have that, an alternative you can do is have these on support. Don't really have them going up too much, and actually asking these 2 AM players to go wider with it, so you get your width in that scenario. But in an ideal world, you don't need to have Trent and Alphonso Davies. Just a wing back that can at least put a ball in is what you're really looking for. Both of the centre-backs are going to be two ball-playing defenders, both on the default. Again, they are going to be on the default, no custom instructions, because I don't really want them dribbling more, because we're already taking a lot of risks with our wing-backs. So therefore, we are going to keep them nice and reserved. Going up to the midfield, on the left-hand side, we're going to use my favourite role in the game, a deep-lying playmaker on support, and he is simply going to be on support. No custom instructions, nice and simple. And to partner him, we are going to use a DM simply on support, and he's going to have one instruction, that being tackle harder. So the ideal partnership here is a proper ball winner, a good DM, and then someone who doesn't even need to be as good as that, but can ping a pass forward. Because if you've got a good deep line playmaker, you are going to have several runs, not only from the front four, but also the wing backs on either side that can get plucked out. So make sure you've got a good playmaker in there. And I do want to quickly say, at this part of the video, if you want to get all three of these tactics, and that is all of my year's tactics, all of my year's rebuilds, you get all three variants for about 200 tactics. You get one-on-one tactical help, access to big monthly giveaways. We've just introduced another 5 new Patreon perks, and us 20% off. So make sure you go and get involved, because we're not slowing down for the rest of this game, and when the next game comes out, we're going harder than ever. So make sure you come and lock in. But let's go now and talk about the front four. So we are going to double up on 2 attacker midfield players. Both of them are going to be on support, but they are going to be buffed up a little bit because we do need them to get involved. So they're both going to be set to dribble more, get forward, move into the channels, and also roam from position. And that is going to be exactly the same there. So get forwards, dribble more, move into the channels, and also roam from position. Accidentally missed an instruction off there. There we go, the double up. So they should look nice and simple. When it comes to both of the advanced forwards, we are simply going to have both of them as advanced forwards, both on the default. And just as a little, a little reminder for people, I've seen a couple of comments about, Josh, please, no tackle harder, no tackle harder. There is only going to be, one player, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, technically, yeah, one player that has got tackle harder on in this entire lineup, and it is still incredibly good. Tackle harder, don't be afraid of it, but I have been listening to the comments. There is no tackle harder in this one tactic, because you don't always need it. You are somewhat right. But let's go over now and talk about the actual team instructions. So again, the gegenpress on the attacking mentality. We're going to pass into the space, overlap left, overlap right, while playing out from the back. We're going to look to run at the defence, the passing down by 1 to shorter, the tempo all the way up to higher. In transition, we are going to simply counter press, counter, distribute quickly, play to the centre back, and simply take short goal kicks. And lastly, out of possession, we are going to go in with the high press, the much higher defensive line, much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, step up more, and simply get stuck in. Now, very, very vital today, you have got the attacking version and the defensive version, because they both offer that little bit extra in terms of going to get more goals or being a lot more reserved. So the attacking version, the goalkeeper remains the same, the ball players don't. They are now going to have tackle harder on because we need that emergency, and also both set to dribble more. The wing-backs do remain the same, the midfield also remains exactly the same. We then introduce 2 shadow strikers, both on roam from position, again really maximising the chance of a goal here, and both of the advanced forwards do remain the same. Now, because we have made a lot of attacking changes in terms of mainly the shadow strikers, to be honest, I didn't go up to very attacking. I kept it on attacking, but there are going to be slight changes. So all of this good stuff does remain the same, including the tempo and the passing. But this time, we are going to double up on run at defense and also be more expressive. In transition, you can't really go more attacking than what we were, so we are going to leave that literally the same. I'm not going to waste your time. And out of possession, we are going to go again with that high press, the much higher defensive line, max it out here, prevent, get stuck in, and simply step up more. The more useful one out of the 2, to be honest, because this one will go and get you enough goals. This attacking one is for like an emergency. This one I would say is much needed, because you can actually play this from minute 1, because it is actually also designed to be a less direct, more possession-based sort of narrow style. So you can play this from minute 1 as well, or you can use it to time waste. But essentially, it's the same shape tactic, but a lot more possession and a lot less goals, but more control of the game. The sweeper keeper remains the same. The ball players remain the same. Both of the wing backs now on automatic. 2 instructions: get forwards and tackle harder. The DM on the right, tackle harder and take fewer passing risks. On the left, we have a ball-winning midfield player on support, on take fewer risks. Both of the AMs, both on support, on pass it short and shoot less often. The advanced forward also, 2 of them, pass it short and roam from position. We've also dropped the mentality down to positive, and this is where you really are going to understand how this tactic transforms into a possession monster. Focus through the middle, play out from the back. The tempo remains in the middle, the passing all the way down, and the dribbling set to dribble less. So we now have a slightly lower tempo tactic with strict short passing, take fewer passing risks. We are going to be a controlling machine. In transition, counter press, because that will not change. I want to work hard to win the ball back. When possession's been won, nice and simple. Let the players play. We're not going to look to hold the shape because it's too negative, but I also don't want to counter because it affects the style that I'm going down. So we are going to leave it nice and simple. And we are going to play this time to anyone across the back line because we have the players back to do it now. And lastly, out of possession, we are going to use the high press with that standard line and a simple maxed out trigger press to much more often. And that is going to give you, boys and girls, not 1, not 2, but 3 versions of the final boss. Marco Rose, inspired, but improved, better. Hopefully you have enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.